Valentine's Day. Welcome to our weekly campaign update video. If you've been following along, you may have noticed that last week we did a midweek update in which I said, stay tuned for our end of the week update, and that never happened. And that's because at the end of last week, we had a bit of an unexpected surprise. My wife went into labor and our daughter was born a little early. So everyone, welcome to the newest member of our campaign team. Her name is Margaret. If I look tired, that's because it's roughly 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm sitting here working on some campaign stuff and holding her so she'll sleep and my wife can get some sleep. And I am finally getting around to making this video. So anyway, this week with the People Not Politicians campaign, we're continuing to wait for the start date for signature collection. So the Secretary of State has to publish notice that we have filed a petition, and this is obviously our refiling. And that notice was published on Thursday. He could have posted it last week. We refiled last Thursday, and it took him a full week to put it in the newspapers, which seems, I don't know, a little suspicious, right? Like, we know that the people who oppose us are going to do everything they can to drag this out in hopes of keeping us off the November ballot. And it's little things like that, taking a week to publish notice in the newspaper, that really, I think, make me question priorities and who's who. Now, the Secretary of State is a former legislator. He has to work very closely with legislative leadership, and many of the guys who you've seen in the news have issued very strong statements against us, basically the people who would benefit most from this situation. And there's a good chance, right, that these are all politicians kind of trying to help out and protect their cronies, even in little ways, like dragging out filing notice in the newspaper. Anyway, it has been posted, and that means we've got 2 weeks while we wait for a protest period, a challenge period, during which someone could file a challenge. And now, we've been through this once before. We saw their challenges. The court upheld the policy itself. They instructed us on how to rewrite the gist, which we've done. And now we're just waiting. And I'll be honest, if anyone else files a challenge from here on out, it is 100% political. Not that it wasn't already, but it is clearly them just trying to drag it out. So let's say in 2 weeks, on the 28th is the last day of the challenge period, we get some kind of challenge. Again, maybe single subject rule, maybe another challenge to the gist. Absolutely, that would be ridiculous. And you'll be hearing from us. And I think most voters like you recognize that this is a good governance thing. Like, this is good for our state. It's good for representation. It's good for Oklahomans, regardless of where you live in the state. It's good for babies like Margaret, because they count too, right? So, although I don't think she's aware of this, it's enormously frustrating to see politicians drag things out, file legal challenges, find their friends, their donors to file legal challenges just to try to keep this off the ballot. Here's an idea, how about the voters get to decide? That's how this works. That's why we have direct democracy and the initiative petition process. So in the meantime, we're gearing up for signature collection, and this is where you can get involved. So we've done a number of in-person and online signature collection trainings. We need your help in getting everything squared away and ready to go so that when we can start collecting signatures, which could be as early as the middle of March, that on day one, I mean, we literally need hundreds to thousands of you to help out. We need, we're making lists of where we're going to deliver petitions so we can get them in your hands, so you can get them signed and turned back in, so we can get signature collection knocked out as quickly as possible. Our deadline to have everything done for this campaign is August 19th. That's the last day that we have to have everything wrapped up in order to still make the November ballot. That's not much time. There's not much time. And that's why we have to do what we can, everything we can, to make signature collection happen as quickly as possible. Now, we need at least 178,000 signatures. Ideally, we get a lot more than that, right? Like I would love to roll in there with 220, 250, 280, 300,000 just to demonstrate to all these politicians who think that this is not the right thing to do, show them, right, that 250,000 people in Oklahoma took time out of their day to sign a petition in support of this. That sends a powerful message. But in order to make that happen, we need your help. So if you haven't already, please go to our website, peoplenotpoliticians.org, and sign up, put your name in there. You can check a box saying you want to help with the signature collection. If you'd like to carry petitions around, keep them in your car, ask your friends, people in your Sunday school class, whatever, to sign it, that'd be tremendous. Also, if you have a business or some kind of office organization that you could have it based there as a drop-in location, we'd love to hear that as well. And you'll see on our social media in the next week, we're going to put out, Google Forms, just like sign up things, so we can really make an exhaustive list so that when the public wants to sign it, we can direct them where to go. All right, well, that's the big update for this week. Goodbye from me and from baby Margaret, and we will see you out there next week. Have a great weekend.